So many feels.
All the feels.
You do the shimmy when it meets expectations, and the head nod is I'm perfectly satisfied.
Sonic Ultimate Drink Stop.
Good morning. Hope your Thursday is off to a terrific start. If you are like me, chances are you wake up every morning and the first thing you do is you go on the Channel 3 homepage or the weather app to see what the forecast is looking like for the day and the weekend ahead, hoping for good weather to have an excuse to get out and enjoy the beauty of our scenic city. Well, this morning you can enjoy some beautiful scenery from the comfort of your kitchen or your living room or your office, because we are so thrilled to have Jennifer Pharr Davis join us. She was recently named National Geographic Adventurer of the Year, and she has a new movie at the IMAX theater called Into America's Wild. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So Asheville is where you call home. You are quite fortunate. Beautiful, beautiful scenery there, but you are a lover of the Appalachian Mountains.
That's true. Yeah, I live over the mountains from y'all in Asheville, North Carolina, but I've hiked in all 50 states and on 6 continents, and still my favorite trail is the Appalachian Trail, and there's no place I'd rather live than the Southern Appalachians. It's really beautiful.
Did you grow up, I want to talk about the movie, but did you grow up in the outdoors? Did your parents foster in you a love of nature?
You know, not really. I think most kids are just so busy with sports and school and extracurriculars that unless your family really puts a priority on it, you don't spend a lot of time outdoors. So I really didn't start hiking until I was 21, and I had that crisis that probably a lot of other young adults go through, where they graduate college and really don't know where to go or what to do or who they are. And so that's when I hit the Appalachian Trail, and it was just a life-changing experience.
Well, I did not know that that was the answer you're going to give, but I'm glad it's the answer you gave, because you're a real proponent for women finding the beauty and the serenity, really, of getting out into nature, but it can be a little bit intimidating. So the fact that you were once a newbie and now here you are an expert gives the rest of us some encouragement to give it a try.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of invisible hurdles that keep people from going out there, and sometimes it's fear. Now as a mother, I know a lot of people struggle with guilt, even leaving work or family for a few hours or a few days to themselves outside. But I just feel like it's one of the most empowering and rejuvenating experiences that you can have, and especially with COVID, I think the boost to your mental and emotional health right now to go outside is so important.
So in the movie, Into America's Wild, do you take us through all 50 states? What's the focal point?
Yeah, so I have a part in the movie, but there's a couple experts who are outdoor enthusiasts, and we all go around saying, here's a place in America that's really unique and really beautiful, and we want to share it with you. And we were lucky to feature the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the film, so that was my initial connection to show them our backyard. But I think it's really good right now because as we're, inside more than we want to be, this movie is going to inspire you to get outdoors and hopefully help you plan some future adventures too.
I do have to ask you about your record-breaking time on the trail. Did you set out with the intent of trying to break that record, or did it just happen because you walked it in 46 days and change?
Yeah, no, the story is I got into hiking and hiked and hiked and hiked and hiked and loved it. And what happens with these long trails is they take so long to hike, and with work and all my other responsibilities, I had less time, and I wanted to know what my body was capable of. And I also wanted to be a mom, and I knew that once I had babies, everything would be different.
Right.
The record, which now feels like an eternity ago, I went out and hiked 47 miles a day for 46 days on the Appalachian Trail to get it done. And I loved it. I'm glad it's over, but it has helped me so much, that mentality of doing hard things, get through everyday obstacles, just like, COVID, virtual school, pivoting with small businesses.
Right.
So it really it was really a good life lesson without even realizing it that it would be so important.
Yeah, who knew in your 20s what you were prepping yourself for later in life? So as you and I are talking, they're showing some of the gorgeous scenery from this movie. Do you catch yourself when you watch it kind of in awe that they're able to capture it so vividly in the IMAX film?
Yeah, and I had filmed outdoors before, but the type of equipment and the level of expertise that their film crew had was so impressive and something I had not seen before. And then Morgan Freeman narrates. So when you match that landscape, that like voice, the voice of God,
Right.
it's a movie that transports you to these places, and I really think that is something we could all use right now.
Well, I hated that COVID is keeping you from being able to come and pay us a visit, because very often when these films hit IMAX, they welcome in the stars of the show, so to speak. But do you think you have plans in the future to try to come here?
Absolutely. I mean, Chattanooga's like a sister city for us, and we're over the mountains quite frequently, and we love to hike over there too. So hopefully later this year, I'd love to think that we could make it over to Chattanooga.
Well, it's been a pleasure to talk to you and tell I think you told me it was your son who was kind of peeking in the door, wondering when you were going to be through talking.
Yes. Yes.
Well, tell him he gets an A.
That means my husband gets the A, but thank you.
Oh.
I will tell them both. They did good.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Congratulations on the film, and thanks for sharing some time with us this morning.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Again, it's called Into America's Wild at the IMAX at the Tennessee Aquarium. You can always learn more about the great things going on by going to the aquarium's website, tnaqua.org. We're back after this.
Heart disease is one of our nation's biggest killers, and the numbers are even worse for minority patients, even with the same access to care. Today at 5, Latrice Curry takes a closer look at why and what can be done to solve the deadly